Hey QSS, I'm Will. I'm the CEO of Centrunk, and I started this company out of Queens about 8 months ago. So Centrunk is a fragrance subscription where we use machine learning to identify exactly what different types of people like to smell. And then we'll send them their perfect fragrances every single month. We focus solely on niche fragrances and we stay away from the boring mass market brands. And that's how we've been able to find a very niche group of customers who are really looking for something that's more unique. You know what, in the beginning I really wasn't that interested in entrepreneurship. I kind of had that opportunity with the Queen's Summer Innovation Institute, QSI, and I actually really developed a passion for startup through that program. Once you kind of start failing, you really get that thirst to win. And then that's kind of how I developed the passion for it, and it just stuck with me, and I can't really go back to a 9-to-5 job anymore. I think my biggest challenge when we first started was getting our first supplier. We thought we had this amazing idea and we would just be able to get suppliers like no tomorrow. Everyone would want to partner with us, and it was totally not the case. So I remember the first challenge was just sitting in a room for 8 hours just calling a bunch of brands until the very first one said yes. And then after that it was a lot easier because you got one person you can point to and say, hey, you know what, they were interested, you should probably be interested too. When I started to pitch, I thought pitching was this huge glamorous thing. You're supposed to put on this really good show, get people really interested, tell a story. And then I realized it's way more effective when the business is the story and you just get straight to the point because investors don't have a lot of time. If you don't know what the business is in the first 30 seconds, I feel okay, they're just trying to fluff me right now. Dragon's Den was interesting because our business was nowhere near established as it is today. It was just kind of a loose concept, and we kind of got lucky because they were really looking for younger people to come on the show. And we really didn't know what we were doing. We still got an offer, which was cool, but they wanted a lot of the companies, so we obviously turned it down. It's really like a TV show. It's more like a TV show than a regular investor pitch. Our shot wasn't one continuous take. Our demo, actually, the tech screwed up, and all the producers came back on and they were okay, cut, we're gonna try that again. So it's totally not what it looks like on TV. Behind the scenes, it's totally different. The first thing I would say is learn about everything that's not necessarily glamorous. So there's a lot of things like the accounting, the tax, the legal stuff, operations, just general business management and organization, all these things that aren't as cool as, what's the business model, what's our product gonna look like. But those are the things that is the backbone of your company. And the more you kind of put that off, the messier the company is going to become, and one day it's going to catch up to you. I call it management debt because one day that debt's going to accumulate and you're going to have to go back and work it all out, and it sucks. The most important thing is just coming up with a simple business model that's super easy to explain really quickly, and then as soon as possible come up with a quick prototype and get some validation. You really need to show some sort of validation that this is something that people want and will pay for. Traction trumps everything. I think my biggest tip is you got to be ready to grind, and it's not just going to be grinding for a couple years and exiting. It's going to be grinding for probably a pretty long time before you make it.